Often people gain weight when they reach their 50s. Why is this? First of all, when you're younger, you're very busy doing stuff. Your metabolism is usually set at a higher rate. And because of the activity, you usually stay slim because you're just too busy and you're burning it up. And your body could handle a little bit of abuse more than when you get older. Then slowly things change in your life. You get married, you have family, you're busy at your job. And before you know it, you're in a situation where you don't have time to exercise, or if you have the time, you don't feel like you have the energy anymore. So you give up exercise, and after a while, you've just forgotten that you used to do that. Then it's hard to get meals done properly and cook at home. Busy with family, busy juggling activities, busy at work, all the pressures build up. And by the time you get home, you don't feel like cooking. Often people use the expression, I'll just grab something. The expression itself indicates that there's not a lot of thought put into it. Whatever you could get to put in your stomach will just have to work. Well, when you're younger, this works to a certain degree, but as you get older, the pounds start to accumulate. For women in going through menopause, the body goes through a shift, and actually it's natural to gain a few pounds during that time, which you could later lose. However, you've gotten in these habits of no exercise and eating a lot of fast food, probably a lot of sugar to keep yourself going. So what happens as you get older, your metabolism tends to slow, and then it's easy to put on about 5 pounds a year. Well, 5 pounds a year probably isn't enough for you to go, wow, I've really gained a lot of weight. But after 2, 3, 4, 5 years and you've gained 25 pounds, then you notice, wow, I've really put on a chunk of weight. What about after 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, and you've gained 40 pounds? So slowly over time, starting in your 40s and building up, the extra weight comes on, and you haven't really paid attention because you've been so busy. Now, you may find yourself in a stage in your life where you're still very busy, but you want to do something to start reversing this trend, even if you just lose 3, 4, 5 pounds a year. So, what can you do? One, fit a little bit of movement or exercise into your daily schedule. Like even a 20-minute walk a day would be helpful. Putting music on and dancing around your living room, or parking in the parking lot further away from where you're going so you get a few minutes walking in. Maybe walking upstairs instead of taking an elevator. Whatever can do to add some movement into your life in a gentle way that's not too overwhelming would be a good place to start. Now, what could you do to start with your diet? One, eat more foods that have fiber, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, salads, whole grains, beans, all the plant-based foods that have a lot of fiber and nutrients. When you eat these foods, then your system gets full and your appetite decreases and you feel a sense of satiety that you don't feel when you eat a lot of white sugar and white flour. So just by eating these high fiber foods, you'll naturally find that you eat less of those other things that are causing the weight gain. In addition, make a concerted effort to start cutting down on your sugars and read labels because there's lots of hidden sugars in anything that's processed. When you feel like you want something sweet, have a piece of fresh fruit instead. And you'll notice if you have whole grains and beans, you'll be full and you won't want the pies, the cookies, the ice cream, and things like that quite as much. So you'll slowly be making a gradual transition. And last of all, but very important, leave some time for yourself in the day, even if it's only half an hour. Your time, not time to eat to reward yourself, but time to do something that you enjoy, something relaxing. Maybe that'll be your time to go for a walk, to read a good book, to watch something on television, to soak in a hot tub. But leave yourself time for yourself, because if you don't do this, then you'll turn to food as a quick reward, and that'll add more pounds. So I'd suggest starting with one thing, work on that one thing till it becomes a habit, then add something else. And slowly, slowly, the pounds will start to come off and you'll start feeling great.